There it goes. My background was not showing up on my side for a second. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Hope you've had a safe and awesome week. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We got some reviews coming up. We got some stuff that personally I've been watching. I didn't grab a picture for one of them. Then at the end, we'll have the list book. Not going to go too into the weeds with the list book because of all the other stuff we're reviewing. But before I bring on my imagination, a couple of Kickstarters I want to shout out real quick. I'll be posting links all night like normal, folks. First up, from AZ Volts, we have Punky's Arcade Beat 'em Up. This is, oh my goodness. Um, this one comes from Australia, so it's a little bit pricey on the shipping, but looks super interesting. You're going to hear the dog freaking out as he does because, we can't be chill for more than 2 hours. But yeah, this one I've been super interested in. Go and check it out. It's not safe for work, just to let you know, but the premise seems hilarious. So check that out. Then we got two that I'm going to save for when we actually get the show going. Next up, we got our buddy Frank Gogol with No Heroin, Second Chances Part 2. Got some time left on that one. Got a little bit of time on most of these. But go check that one out. Then a couple that I didn't have last time. All my friends and some ones that I'm super excited for, they all decided to drop within the same month. So the next one we got is Mostly Dead from our buddy Alan Dumford. I think he worked on this book with Kit Wallace and Dave Lentz. Make sure you check that out. We got a little ash can preview of it a while back. I mean, it's Alan, so you know it's going to be great. Two more folks, and I'll bring some people on. But like I said, I got a lot of stuff I want to share out tonight. That was private message. I'm thumbs upping. And of course, we got one from our buddy Garrett, Curse of Cleaver County, number 3. And then the last one I'll do for right now. Got to prepare myself for this one, folks. From Comics Tribe. Just making sure that somebody's not laughing at me in the back room there. From Comics Tribe, this is Chum. With the H in there. So yeah, be sure to check those out. Like I said, I have 2 more, plus a couple other things, but again, got to get through the housekeeping stuff so I don't have to do it in the middle of the show or at the end. Want to shout somebody out real fast. Many of you who are in the experience chats probably know Lyle Hobson, Big Lyle Comics. Do me a favor, go check out his channel. He's always got some interesting stuff and just a ton of information. So fun videos. He's up to. I think he cracked 200 subscribers not that long ago. So check him out. He's a great community member, just awesome guy, just a wealth of knowledge. So be sure to check him out. Then, as always, see if I can do it right there. This is where I work. It's what I do for my job. It's an awesome community. It's where I've met many awesome people, such as the ones that are joining me tonight here in a little bit. My goodness. So I just got sent a link that's like half a page long. Give me just a second. I got one more thing to share, folks. Let me cut that down a little bit. We got Snowpaw. This is from Rob Moltari, I believe is how you say his last name. But Mog Park, who has the Sketch Up with Mog and Mel on Thursday nights, is the artist on it. So be sure you check that out. Check out the experience. And then I want to go ahead and talk about this, of course. The Ben 10 EXP exclusive cover from Jay Fosgate. We got a regular A cover, There's a virgin cover. There's a line art cover. And there's also a line art virgin cover. Now, these folks, they're available for pre-order on the website. Okay? They will not make it to the EXP shows until after the 6th when they drop in stores, because that's when the book comes out. So if you want to pre-order any of these exclusive covers, they're EXP exclusives. You are only going to be able to get them through us. So if you are a Ben 10 fan, know a Ben 10 fan, or just love Jay Fosgett's art, make sure you check this out. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Again, don't want to get too much in the weeds before I start bringing people in. That's not the right one I wanted. Give me a second. There we go. So first of all, since we hardly ever see him and he's mostly in our head, please welcome in the internet's and America's imaginary friend. What's going on, Haas?
What's going on, brother? Just spreading the good word with links.
Ooh, yes, 100%. So
what's up with you? So even though I live like 5 feet from you,
doesn't mean you see me a whole lot.
I see you.
That's true. Well, we can all see you right now. So remember, if you all believe,
if you all believe, you can see the voice, the person behind the voice you're hearing.
Yes. So let me go ahead and do something real fast, because all the other ones are set up this way, so I don't have to dick around with it while we're trying to talk. So I want to talk about these next guys before I bring them on. They did something very cool today. They beat us to it, as if we're, but not really. I mean, it was awesome to see what was going on. What's up, Tracy? Let's welcome in and ask them what they did today, folks. All the way from, well, I don't even know what to call it anymore, but from the weirdos, we got an open end. I was going to say like Ed Weird's basement, but nah.
That was the smoothest opening ever. From they're here. I don't freaking know.
From too far away from us.
From parts unknown.
Yeah, from too far away from us.
No, that's the Undertaker.
What's up?
What's going on, guys?
You have any idea what he's talking about? No, what did we do? I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Talking about Henri Compton.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to kick it.
You did. And what I'm going to do right now, like I said, links galore, folks, because here we go.
There it is. It is.
Watch that rewatch. It was as wild as I thought it was going to be when I watched it. Make sure you make sure you share
Didn't
it
take
out.
long either.
We hit the ground running on that one. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
And there was a reason. I mean, other than Henri's awesome, folks. Sean and I had the pleasure of meeting him in person and getting to hang out with him. Henri's just as awesome as you think he would be. He was so laid back. Like, the energy was still there, but it was more of a laid back kind of energy.
Yeah, but when it's time to turn it on,
woo! Watching him sell live, folks, is just a work of art.
I never got to see that. And I always wanted to see him do the slash that he does every time he sells a Yisun Shin book.
Which there was a reason y'all were. Other than that, there was another reason y'all were talking to him today, correct?
Yeah, his Kickstarter.
He's got a Kickstarter.
Everybody's got a Kickstarter.
Over here. There we go.
We all got Kickstarters.
I'm not going to lie, though. I do feel bad. I have not read any of Yisun Shin yet.
Oh,
and I know it's supposed to be super good. I've seen the art because Miss Jen had a couple of copies of trades, and the art looks great.
It is really good.
His
art sharp.
His other book, though, that one I have read a couple issues of.
Warlion or Marks?
Warlion, probably.
Yeah, Warlion is dope.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Really Marks is another good one. It's a story about his grandpa. That's a really good book.
Yeah. So, folks, again, I'm trying to click the thing while I say it. Come on. What is? There we go. Do it.
Whoa.
Jeez. That was a little bit delayed on this end. Make sure you subbed up to the Weirdos. Check out that link. Watch that interview. It was much less an interview. It was just, folks, when we all get together for whatever reason, it just feels like friends talking. Like
Yeah,
it's
like
just
you want to come on for an interview that's really more of just you want to come on and hang out and then listen to us gush over you for about 2 hours.
true. And this is kind of the reason why and I felt bad about it. But Dan Price had asked, hey, do y'all have any, room in your schedules to interview some of the folks that have Kickstarters? And this was like in the middle of us moving and everything too. And the thing is, folks, I'd love to do interviews, but I'm freaking terrible at them. I'm not an interviewer. I'm a just sit around and talk and BS with people kind of
The
person.
sad part is that's really what an interview is, and then you just throw a question in every so often as you think of it.
But apparently, I get in my head about it being an interview, and then
Yeah.
that's all I do.
Just don't start with Kalal. Remember who you are. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I could be Gina Carano in Deadpool, which is no lines pretty much the whole movie.
Dude, if you were Gina Carano, you'd be chasing me away with a stick. So be happy you're not.
I feel like interviewing is just basically like you get to fanboy, and they're asking you to fanboy for them.
True,
You
and I
know?
mean,
Ask me anything, kind of thing.
I've had shows with Henri, I've had shows with Dan Wickline, but the time that the EXP kind of got kicked off YouTube because of that stupid link for Dan's book, it was my interview with the two of them that set that whole thing into motion. It is because I kept dropping the link to the Kickstarter and had a word in there that YouTube didn't like, so it got us kicked off. But even then, I was like, I know these guys. Why is this so freaking difficult to ask them about their books and stuff?
Just imagine you're interviewing Alan every time.
But
I
see,
just
didn't
approach
even-
it like we're bullshitting and recording it.
Yeah, and that's how I need to get through it, is doing that. Because I mean, the worst one I think I've ever done, because I had to, because I got to talk to Bad Bug for an experience live. I think it was on the EXP Expo or something. I did a pre-recorded thing with them.
Yep.
The worst one I think I've done was the one with Amanda Dibert and Trish Forstner, because I'm such big fans of both of them. Amanda Dibert was writing Darkwing Duck, and Trish Forstner. I mean, I think we all know Trish Forstner's art.
Right.
And it was just I just kept asking. Like I didn't feel like I was actually just talking to them. So I need to get better. I need to get better with that, because I would love to bring creators and stuff on, but I want to let them know it's not going to be just show your book and go. I would like for you to hang out and comment on some of the stuff we're talking about. That's kind of what I do. Like, I want to show your book and stuff. I want to get you people interested in your book, but I'd also just like you to sit around and hang out.
Just like we did with Scott.
Yeah. That's kind of how I want them all to go. So, like I said, with Dan, if you see this, man, I apologize that I never got back to you. It was just crazy busy, and unfortunately, with no fault of anyone else's, it's usually just me, and I mean that like running our channel. It's just me because the way Sean and Jenna work. So fitting in stuff like that is a little hard. So we'll get there one day. We'll get there to where we have interview shows and stuff, because I would like to start doing things like that and bringing other people on. But aside all that, I want to talk about what I've been doing. And before I show this, because I didn't have the thing set up correctly, there's my baby Groot in a Ravager suit. I decided out of nowhere. I built a Plex server, or I'm trying to. I'm having a tough time not having triplicates and quadruplets of movies and stuff in it. But I built a Plex server with all our our digital stuff that we have. Like you buy something, you get a digital, whatever. So I built a library, so you just leave the computer on. You can watch it anywhere in your house, instead of plugging in a hard drive, getting the movie uploaded, and taking it to another TV.
Right.
So I was messing around with that, and I was like, oh, that's right, we have all 3 Guardians movies. It's like I'm gonna watch Guardians. So the other night I watched the first Guardians, and I was like, man, I really love this movie. I forgot how much I loved that first Guardians movie. I watched the second one last night. In my rank, I don't like saying rankings, but if I had to do a preferred method, it's 1, 3, 2 with those movies. Yeah, like 2 is good, but I think 1 and 3 are the better of the Guardians movies.
2 gave us one of the best lines in the entire Guardian series, though. You look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? Yeah, he's cool.
Damn right, he's cool.
I don't remember which is which, but my least favorite one was the one with Kurt Russell.
2.
That's 2. Okay.
Yeah. Like
guess we're in agreement.
There's some good parts in it. You know, when that the chain starts playing during that, I was like, okay, that scene I remember being totally badass. But you know, I get to the end of that movie, and I was like, I forgot that movie has like 6 or 7 mid-credit things or in-credit scenes. So I'm watching it, and then if you watch the actual the credits, there's cameos in there for people that weren't in the movie. Like the Game Master's in there. I never noticed him the first time I watched it. But I get to the end of that movie, and I was like, okay, so tomorrow night after the show, I'll probably watch 3. And then I got to thinking about it. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame like tie into the third one so much that before I watch the third one, I got to watch those 2 because of what happens with Gamora. Spoiler alert, folks! If you've never watched any of these movies, Gamora dies, and the Gamora that's in the third one, yeah, I know, in the third one is a younger, different version of her. So I was like, man, now I got to watch those 2. So.
Wouldn't that be cool, though, if you think about it? You knock off your girlfriend and you can get a younger, newer version of her.
Oh, goodness. Ed said that, not me. But, I made a little thing here, right there. Like, I was like, man, nah, I'm not going to add the other 2 movies in the middle of that. So this is basically what I've been doing. We did, however, watch the second season of Has Been Hotel.
You forgot the holiday special.
Oh, I did. Well, I haven't watched that yet.
Well, you should have. No, I'm just.
Well, it's probably going to go 1, 2, Infinity War, Endgame, which I like Infinity War more than Endgame. I know. 3, and then the holiday special, or the holiday special, then 3, something like that. There's some kind of crazy order to it. But I'm going to do that. We watched Has Been Hotel, watched the whole second season in one go. I'm a musical nut, though. I love musicals, musical cartoons, and especially like not safe for work musical cartoons. I'm all in for that. So love that. Still have not watched a single episode of Daredevil or Invincible or The Boys. I figure Invincible's done. I could probably just binge that now. What's up?
Unsafe for work musical cartoons. You've piqued my interest. What the heck are you talking about?
Has Been Hotel.
So,
that's a cartoon?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
A wrong time ago in ancient Japan. A long time ago.
Did you say wrong time ago?
Yes, I did. Canceled. I'm not going to cancel me, so I'm not worried.
In the galaxy far away.
Yeah, so there's like this YouTube I say short, but it wasn't a short. It was a short video. It was like 30 minutes long or whatever. And I watched it. It was like the Princess of Hell trying to redeem souls to get them to heaven. And I liked it so much, I showed it to Jenna because I was like, this is going to be Jenna's jam 100%. Sure enough, 5 or 6 years later, Prime is doing a show. They finally did the first season. It was great. Well, at the same time, YouTube had another show, I think by the same creator, called Hell of a Boss, which is basically not the same characters, but they kind of exist in the same world. They're from their little team is called Imp. I can't remember what Imp stands for, but now they've tied those together, and that show is going to be on Prime. So I got a lot of stuff to watch. But we watched that. It's a musical. Like you got to be into musicals, but man, you want to talk about songs that hit hard. Holy hell. Literally, those, like, I mean, Keith David's in it, y'all. You got Keith David singing songs and being a drunk, weird demon cat thing. It's awesome.
You've piqued my interest, sir.
Oh, it's fun.
Too bad I'll never remember.
Oh, you will, because you said piqued your interest. I'm gonna Facebook message you.
Ooh.
And then once
Again,
you watch
don't forget.
No more dick pics, please. I mean, come on.
There's already something I forgot to send you, Eddie. So that I was going to send you in the chat. I
But
can't remember.
Grayson's the best Robin, and I can't help but send him to you. So,
Then
so
once
that's
you watch it, Jay, you'll have to do the Radio Demon impression for him.
well, the Radio Demon impression kind of almost sounds like it's almost the Bane way, but it's more like, yes. Oh, shit. I can't remember how to do it now. Give me something to say.
The Skeletor.
It almost sounds like my Skeletor.
It's kind of close.
Well, that's a fine how do you do.
There you go. He's pretty close to that. Do I know you?
Do I know you? Yeah.
No, I've seen that. You use that on the, like, with the old timey
Yeah.
texture going across it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That reminds me of that video we never did. Remember we talked years back at the beginning of the channel. We were going to do a kind of 50s radio news inspired thing where it was in black and white, and we were going to do the whole that's a fine how do you do and all those kind of weird cliches and just talk like that the entire fucking time.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it, man. Like I started out my unboxing doing that, and I was like, nope, I can't do it. So then I cut in me being like back to color and everything. And then that was for Space Monkey Nights Go. And then the second unboxing that I did when issue 2 came out, I was about to start it, and then it was an argument with myself about how we're not doing that again. We already did that bit. So, yeah, so those are pretty much all I've watched. Like, I still haven't watched War Machine, which hold on, because I think Sean's got some thoughts on that movie.
Yeah, I watched it. Never again.
Wow.
Yep.
You're dead to me.
I'm okay with that. It did not work for me.
Really?
Yep.
What didn't you like about it?
It literally, they tried way too hard to mix what could have been just a really good military movie with sci-fi, and it just did not work.
Wow, I thought it was outstanding. I gave it an A. I loved it.
Yeah, whatever. It didn't jive for me. The two stories were just too. I guess the juxtaposition of what was going on with him and then the story itself just did not work.
Wouldn't you say that any movie about an alien invasion where the military gets involved would be ruining a military movie in that same vein?
No, because Starship Troopers was awesome.
But that could have just been a good military movie without the bugs. And propaganda and all that.
It's like trying to convince y'all to like Thunderbolts, man. Okay? That's how that works.
Let's be nice, Nope. He's hardly ever here. I love that movie. I've watched it 3 times already.
Yeah, I watched it the other morning. I was like, I'll go ahead and watch it. And I got about halfway through it. I was like, well, I'm already here. I'll just get through it. And maybe something will change the way. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the concept of the robot was cool.
It happens fast.
Mm-hmm.
It all happens fast. The story you could argue that it is a little rushed. But I don't want to spoil it for Jay, but
because I'm still gonna watch it.
An even better movie though is Alan Ritchson's Neighborhood. I've watched that one about 3,000 times.
Yeah, that's a great video.
I think the part of it that didn't.
I don't think there'll be a sequel for that one though. Unless that guy's completely an idiot.
Go ahead, Sean.
It just, I don't know. It's one of those. I felt like Alan was being too Reacher-esque for maybe what that movie needed to be, or
That's
for what he
probably
needed to be for that movie. So
that's probably why I loved it.
see, I wanted Reacher mixed with Thad. I needed some of that humor.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about cookie races or none of that shit. That never happened. Never saw it. Never happened. No. Oh God.
You know, just one good pump with the freaking weights and him just going, yes! I can't do the voice.
Oh, yeah. So
Anyway.
yeah, got Ed to watch at least an episode of Blue Mountain State.
I have meant to continue, but though as bad as that first one was, I gotta make sure that the women are in bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. And again, that was on basic cable because
Mhm.
Spike TV.
Different
That's-
time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just,
I mean, he's literally Stifler.
Yeah.
He's Reacher
Yeah.
Stifler. I mean, that's exactly the character he was playing. Which was bizarre as hell when all I've seen him as is a badass.
Yep. So the next thing I want to talk about, it's a Kickstarter, but it's something that I've been meaning to for the longest time to watch the first one. But it's a Kickstarter. That is not it. Where did it go? I mixed my slides up.
wow.
That's what happens live, folks. Anyway,
I love that. I
We're gonna
love
go to
that.
we're gonna go to this next instead because I mixed my slides up.
I've been waiting for this, brother. I love the first
I didn't even
two.
know this was a thing. Oh, this is great.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it.
This is
What
the
is
third one.
Where are the first two?
The first two are phenomenal. I love.
Are they really? I didn't
Oh,
even
they
know
are.
this was a thing.
If you like silly, stupid, fun gore, oh my god, I was rolling and just loved every minute of the first
best,
two.
that's the best kind of gore.
Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna like it.
This is part of the
double go.
Twisted Childhood Universe or whatever. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that.
It's got like Pan, and there's going to be a zombie Bambi or something.
And there was a
What's
Mickey
other-
Mouse one that either released or is coming out. I don't remember which.
Probably Steamboat Willie. That makes
Yeah.
Screamboat Billy.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah,
Screamboat
and
Willie. I thought that was already out.
it could be.
They made like 18 of those movies, just like Popeye.
Oh, okay.
They made like
Okay.
5 different Popeye horror movies.
Popeye the Slayer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Pinocchio Unstrung also part of this?
Possibly.
Okay. But yeah, I saw this and I immediately thought of Ed. I was like, you know what? Going from what Winnie looked like in the first one, this looks miles better.
It looks like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my goodness, if Rabbit and Tigger just don't look freaking horrifying, which again, oh wow.
What?
What's going on, unknown? Yeah, I know. That was totally on
Damn.
purpose. Are all these movies as bad as the Popeye movie?
I haven't even seen the Popeye movie.
Bad in a
I can't really.
maybe bad in a fun way, like very interesting kills and stuff. Like I've only seen, I'm gonna be honest, I've only seen like the kill count, like Dead Meat's kill count for the first one. So I've never actually watched these, and we might do a show one day where we just sit down and watch these and talk about them. But Ed,
I'm
as far as
into
you're concerned, excited for this?
Oh, hell yes. As soon as you told me about it the other day, I was excited. But this is my jam. It's stupid, funny, dumb childhood horror twists to characters. I love that stuff.
Awesome.
I could appreciate a really bad movie. I mean, as long as it's bad in a good way, yeah.
Like the costumes definitely look dope. Like
Oh yeah. I mean, if that doesn't sell, if you don't like what they look like, you're not going to like the movie. But if you're like, oh hell yeah, then you're going to love the movie because it's just silly and fun.
see, I still wanted, since Winnie is public domain. I don't remember if y'all remember that Zenoscope book, where it's like Winnie the Pooh was like a freaking commando or something.
Winnie the Pooh and Fish People too. That
No.
one? Oh,
No, Pooh versus Pooh versus Bambi, maybe it was called. I really dug that, and I don't usually dig Zenoscope books like that, but I really dug that one. So
Never heard of it, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think I might check these movies out, even if they're terrible. Just to say,
They're totally terrible, but that's what's great about them.
Yeah.
Question is, will they be as terrible as the alien llama with lasers?
Oh my. Oh goodness. Okay, so I don't know if Sean has yet, but Clayface trailer, the teaser.
Yep, I watched it.
I know it's gonna sound this guy's a shill. This looks awesome. Like, this looks great. And I don't know if they're gonna make it like a R-rated body horror movie or what, but I'm kind of in. I'm waiting for a full trailer though. But yeah, this one looks fantastic. That little teaser did exactly what I needed to do. You even got the shadow of Clayface turning his arm into a mace to hit somebody with. Like, yeah. But my only thing is that it's kind of strange. I am one of only a few people that actually enjoy some of the Sony Spiderless Man movies. I hear people talk bad about Craven all the time. I'm like, Craven was a good movie for me. Like, it was fun, not good. I take that back. It's not good, but it was a fun movie. First Venom movie, still out of all that stuff, the first Venom movie was one of my favorites. I thought that movie was excellent. But doing a villain movie without Batman in it, do y'all think, hey, it didn't work for Sony? Do you think DC could pull it off?
How do we know Batman's not in it?
I don't think he's in it.
I don't either, but we don't know.
We don't. Until somebody comes on and says, yeah, he's not in it. It's just about Clayface.
It caught me, and it's on my radar just because of the horror element that they're bringing in. That's something I've been wanting Marvel to do forever. But I really dug the trailer. I didn't know what to think about when I heard that they were doing a whole movie on Clayface. I was like, really? But from the teaser, I'm in. It looks good to me.
Yeah. There's also, and I still haven't watched it. I know. I still haven't watched Penguin. But
No.
I think Penguin kind of proves that you can do some of these villains without Batman.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sean or Nope, how about y'all?
I've had the flaming lips stuck in my head ever since this trailer came out the other day. So, other than that, movie looks cool. As long as we get more. I mean, obviously, there was only about 10 seconds of actual movie that you really got to see, but
I agree with you.
What you see, it looks cool.
Yep. Okay.
I think it's an interesting choice that in the middle of this universe you're going to do a movie like this. I like that bold choice, and James is kind of that person that would do something like that. So, I will say I'm indifferent. The trailer was freaky. I will definitely give it that. They did a good job of presenting that to me. I thought the coolest part of it really was the very end of it where he swipes over his face.
Exactly. That was my favorite part.
I thought that was awesome. I need a longer trailer, but it's one of those I'm so interested because you're going to take a major universe like you're trying to build and you're going to give me a villain horror flick basically as an origin story. And it's like, so I will say that if you're going to make yourself differentiate yourself from Marvel, that's a good way to do it. And I think that alone will probably have this movie do pretty well.
I'm on the opposite fence on one part of it. I'm happy with this trailer. I don't want to see a longer trailer. When it comes to horror movies, the less I see, the better. If one grabs my attention and looks good, I just want to leave it alone and go see the movie. So, and this looks like it could be really good. And I'm afraid that a longer trailer might make it look different.
mean, that's very fair. In Unknown, I kind of agree. It did very much give me the what is it? The Batman crime saga is what they're calling that Reeves Batman. It kind of felt to me like it was going to fit in that world, but James Gunn has come out and said to not expect all the movies to have the same tone. So it's very interesting that they're going like here's superhero, here's R-rated stuff, here's a horror movie right in the middle of a super, and it's not a superhero horror movie. He's already said that. He said it's just a horror movie. Um, this one's going to be directed by James Watkins, and I'm not familiar with the director, so I don't know what else he's done. But I know that it was written by Mike Flanagan and Hussein Amini, and I'm not too familiar with Hussein, but Mike Flanagan has done things like Doctor Sleep, Midnight Mass, The Haunting, The Fall of the House of Usher. Like the dude's got some horror credit to him.
So James Watkins has done Eden Lake, The Woman in Black, Bastille Day, and Speak No Evil are his film credits.
Speak No Evil's good.
Oh,
I never heard of the other ones.
Okay. Eden Lake is one of those. There's no happy ending at all. It makes you like you feel bad after watching it. Like I've watched a little bit of it, and then the end was kind of spoiled for me, so I never watched the entire movie. But just watching it, it's one of those very bleak. Think when they did the you ever see Mother's Day?
I don't think so.
Okay. Mother's Day was like this. People are having a party, and this woman who's kidnapped these children and raised them, they're like a big cult thing, go in there and basically torture these people. So they did a remake of it, and it was just the most bleak thing I think I've ever watched. It was so sad, and that's kind of how Eden Lake was. But anyway, getting back to this, the trailer has me interested. I will watch another trailer. But I want them to not give me like a 3 or 4 minute trailer like we've been doing with some other movies. I think maybe a minute and a half, just like this, just maybe a little bit longer, but try to keep as much hidden as you can. I want the trailer to keep me guessing as to what's going on.
I know I'm probably a minority, but I'm on the team where less is more when it comes to trailers.
Oh, trust me, you're not in the minority. Like Kyle won't even watch trailers. He'll see the movie name and be like, okay, and he won't watch a trailer at all. And he gets mad when he's like scrolling through TikTok, I guess, and gets a trailer or something. But yeah, he's also he doesn't even want to see teasers.
I had to stop doing that because I had to, check myself all the time about getting mad at people because it's like they can't fucking help it. They don't know that you're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so,
but I get exactly why he does it though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So here's the right slide finally. Anyway. Behind the Mask, the return of Leslie Vernon.
Ooh, fancy.
This is being kickstarted. The Rise of Leslie Vernon, what I remember, because again, I watch a lot of kill counts, folks. I end up eventually watching the movies. That's true too. That's true too.
Very true, Unknown. Very true.
I didn't realize this was a poster, so that's kind of cool. So what Behind the Mask, the Rise of Leslie Vernon was about was a world where killers exist. And when I mean killers, Freddy Krueger is real. Chucky is real. The Shape is real. Jason Voorhees is real. They are real in this universe. And this is a documentary style kind of thing with a guy who's trying to make a name for himself as a serial killer. And he has a camera crew follow him around. They do interviews with retired serial killers. Like the whole
And there was a first one?
It was called Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
How have I never heard of this?
Let's see.
Huh.
Was it like a Tiger King, but for serial killers?
Kind of.
Okay.
But like it's not, the whole thing's not like just documentary, because obviously you have a guy trying to become a famous serial killer, and he has a camera crew of basically victims following him around.
Huh.
Like they follow him as he's planning to kill these teenagers at a cabin.
Oh Lord, it better not end with someone peeing in the corner.
No, it doesn't end like that. But so
Yeah,
it's-
he's waiting his turn.
yeah, but apparently all these killers and stuff. Again, I haven't seen the movie. I'm just going off what I've the little parts that I've seen. It's basically it's killers depicted in famous movies are actually historical figures. So they exist. And that's the part that really got me. I was like, man, I really need to watch it. And this thing came out in like, when was it? 2007, I think. So the fact that
Okay. So it's been a while.
the fact that I still haven't watched it. It's got Robert Englund is in it. I think this was Zelda Rubinstein's last film role before she passed.
I'm gonna have to watch this. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah. Maybe that's something we should do. Have all of us watch it and talk about it. We can have our own little Hydra movie night, little Hydra weirdo movie night.
Talk about it.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Wait 2 months before I can come on again?
It might take me 2 months to watch it.
It might take 2 months to find it.
But I just thought this was interesting. It's the same thing like with Where Monsters Lie. I'll bring that up real fast. This movie, the first one was released in theaters and all that stuff. Much like Where Monsters Lie, the first and second one was released through Dark Horse. Well, whoever made this movie or was producing it or whatever decided not to pick up the second one. So what happens? The cast and crew take it to Kickstarter to get it crowdfunded, and it's very well funded, folks. Like I think the budget was only, not the budget. The goal was like 20,000 or something like that, and they're like 171,000, I believe.
Nice.
So enough.
You know
people,
what's funny, Jay?
Mhm.
And this has nothing to do with Kickstarter.
Yeah.
When you were explaining what it was about, my mind instantly went to Where Monsters Lie, and I was like, it kind of sounds like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
If we don't get a Where Monsters Lie movie within the next 5 years, we riot.
Well, I want them to do a show, whether it's animated or whatever.
That would be a good animated show, like
Oh my goodness.
kind of like Rick and Morty, kind of like, but not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Adult, but obviously.
And
I don't know. Bad description.
I got you. Good Lord, no! Put it away, man. That's too beautiful. Jesus Christ! I mean, I saw it from the little circle in the back room, but I don't think I was ready for its full glory all at one time.
I see the resemblance, Jay.
Behold,
it's not Jesus Christ.
Oh, you could have fooled me. Wow.
Dude, have you ever shown them that one picture?
yeah, I sent it to him.
Okay. Wow. That was
So yeah, has there been anything recently y'all been able to sit down and watch? Like a lot of times I'll sit back. Yeah, right. Jason, what's up, Corey?
I'm mad.
Is there anything like I've talked about it before? I've watched My Name Is Earl about 100,000 times before I watch anything new. Is there anything that y'all find yourselves like just I can rewatch this at any time?
We had a family movie night the other night, and I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but one of my favorite movies, believe it or not, is As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson.
Good movie.
And my daughter had never seen it because she wasn't into movies when she was younger. And we did a family movie night, and I still crack up at the same parts, even though I've seen it 10 times. and I was happy to see her enjoying it as well. That was a lot of fun watching that with her and getting to see her react similar to the way I do. I love that
old
movie.
school comedy.
I love that movie.
So good. If that's the one I'm thinking of, the one with where he
Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
Very good. How about you, Nope? You got anything like that where you're just like, I'm bored. I've watched this a million times, but I can watch it again?
I can definitely go back and watch like The Office or How I Met Your Mother or Scrubs. I've watched those shows multiple times, multiple sittings.
Yes.
Game of Thrones too. So watched through that quite a few times, and then also like the Clone Wars, Rebels series, all that Star Wars animated stuff.
Lord of the Rings.
What?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Did I ever mention that? Never mind.
The movies.
Hey, some kind of backstory, some kind of thing to do with that, Ed?
I can't remember. There's something
Know a
about
guy.
Name in the credits or something.
I may know someone in the credits. Yes.
Good, cool, man. Friends and Charm. That's good. I personally, I never got into Friends, but How I Met Your Mother and The Office, 100%.
Definitely.
100%. And I watched Charmed. I like Charmed.
Yeah, I never checked that one out, but I can see the appeal. Alyssa Milano.
Oh, dude. Was it Vampire's Kiss? I think it's the movie she was in that.
I had an unexpected 3-hour marathon of the Dukes of Hazzard the other night.
There we
It just happened to be on, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And then they had another one. I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!" And they had another one. Next thing I know, it was like 3 hours. I was like, "That was fun." I hadn't done that in God forever.
I love that show. Yeah.
And no Coy and Vance bullshit. That ain't the Dukes of Hazzard. That's crap.
How about you, Sean? You got one of those shows?
Oh, I got several. Obviously, most of the 90s Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
Your TNG, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, both Top Gun movies. I can go back and watch Arrow at pretty much any point.
Oh, yeah.
Arrow's an easy one to go back and watch.
That first season of Arrow is great.
Yes, especially those
So
first
good.
couple of seasons. Oh, God, what else is there? Of course, your 90s Turtles movies. I'm even going to go back and watch the third one, see maybe if I'll like it as an adult.
Oh, the one where they go back in time to Japan?
Yeah, because I always hated that one as growing up. I'm like, I'm not even going to watch this.
It's actually, in my opinion, as an adult, better than 2.
Ooh.
Hang on, my wife's going to bed.
I'll say it.
Tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But other than Casey Jones is in the third one.
Yeah.
Where he wasn't in the second one.
Yeah.
So that was a
like
big
the scene
miss
where
on
he's
their
like-
part.
I do like the scene where he's like, just do what you see on TV. Oh, hockey. They start fighting.
Well, and that's the other funny thing about the third one is all the Japanese guys.
Yep. Then,
God,
what else is
I
there?
remember Mexico. That's fun. And Corey, the 2020, the 2012 TMNT one, was that the one where Rob?
That was
Paulson-
actually TMNT, where it wasn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was just TMNT.
Was that
and
the
then
one
that-
though where Rob Paulson, who voiced Wrath in the original series, was a different turtle in this one?
Maybe, because then they also had a movie that went along with that series too.
I don't know. I like the 2008 animated movie that had like Patrick Stewart and all of them in it. I love watching that one. That was a great.
I know there was a Nickelodeon one that I really liked.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon one was great.
Yeah, there's like 2 different newer ones that they came out with.
Nickelodeon ones were great. The video games that came out of the Nickelodeon ones were great.
I never heard any of these either. Wow.
Actually, if you want to talk like old school shows, I could watch most episodes of Dukes of Hazzard. That was just such a great show.
Oh God, yeah.
It
started with my favorite one. That's what hooked me. Where the ghost of the General Lee, where they made it glow.
Yeah.
I loved that as a kid because it was like Halloween related. And that was the first one to come on, and that just sucked the hook. And next thing you know, it was 3 hours later.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's I mean, we can get nostalgic about a bunch of shows.
I'm so ashamed of myself that I didn't say Reacher. I can't believe I didn't say Reacher.
You know what, bro?
I can do Reacher. I can do Jack Ryan, the John Krasinski Jack Ryan. I mean,
I haven't seen that one.
Which
That's
one?
good.
Superman and Lois.
Jack Ryan.
Obviously, I think everybody I think all of us could do Superman and Lois easily.
I just did. Wife and I just finished that like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
I know the sad part is there's shows I'm forgetting. I know it.
Yeah.
I can. I know. It's an anime. I can go back and watch Initial D at any point. I'm not watching that.
What were you going to say about Reacher, Jay? I said Reacher, and you're like, and then you didn't.
Oh, the thing is, that would have been too on the nose for you, Ed, if you would have opened up with Reacher.
That's true.
Like everybody was expecting. You always keep them guessing, Ed. You always keep them guessing. I mean,
Universal Monsters, Reacher.
This is a man that could do the first two.
I love when Nope is trying to say what I say. I love the voice. Because that's how I talk. I talk like, hello, I'm Ed.
So like thank you very much.
Remember when you said, it's like, no.
Are you Bill Murray in Caddyshack? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're right. Little gopher guy, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna tell you what's up. You know what's going to hit him.
Which is funnier than Dan Aykroyd in the second one going, well, I know what
You guys got French fried taters.
I should not have done that.
You're not calling a sling blade.
Needs gas.
It don't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Okay, so to answer my own question I asked earlier, so in 1987, Rob Paulson was Raphael. In the 2012 one, he was Donatello.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I'm bored being angry. Let me be smart.
But yeah,
What's
like
up,
he said,
Dan?
there's a
Hey, Dan.
2D version, and then they went to a 3D version of it.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon one was in 2012. That's the 3D version that I'm thinking of.
Well, the other one was Nickelodeon too.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Are these
Yeah,
as good as the 80s ones? Because I love those.
Yeah.
They're comparable.
I've never heard of them. I didn't know they did that.
The Nickelodeon, they're definitely.
It's not as long of a
Yeah.
run, either
Right.
one of them. So it's
Nickelodeon.
definitely not as much of a commitment to try and watch all of them.
No.
But
They even had comics too that were actually halfway decent based on the Nickelodeon series.
I'll have to look it up.
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the originals are the way that they are. You
And
know, it's going to be hard to top that, and they hold a special place in everybody's heart. So,
Yeah, and I didn't know that the original one went so long that they did a version of the opening where it used live action footage.
Hmm.
I was watching that one time and I got to that part of the series.
I don't
and I was
remember
like,
those intros.
when did they do that opening?
Yeah, I don't remember those intros at all.
Yeah,
don't
it
either.
caught me by
I remember
surprise.
when they changed the music up a little bit, you know, like changed the pace and the tempo. That just always is an earworm to me when I'm like, that's wrong. Like,
Yeah, but this one, it was like interspliced with live action footage. And I was like,
Huh.
when did this happen? I do not remember, Mandela effect as a kid, I guess. I don't remember this happening at all.
Hey, Corey.
well,
I
and
think
that could have
see you
been us
soon,
getting
bud.
older too later on. Could have only been there for the first couple of seasons, and then we got older. You know,
That's true.
Some of us more than others.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
While we're here, folks, click on the link that Jay just posted. It's
yeah.
launching. I think it launches a week and a half from today. Is when Bigfoot Knows Karate God Killer launches. I think it's May 5th. is the launch date.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo.
So be ready to back it because I'm just waiting to figure out which cover I'm going to get. That's all I'm waiting on.
It's got 80 followers so far, so let's see if
get
we can get
it to
Dan to 100.
Big old
Telling you,
Honda.
the mind link, man. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Eventually, boss, we're gonna have you on, man. Really would love to have you on. We've had Edward Davis on here. It was amazing. We've had Scott on here. We've had Alan Dunford on here. Just want to get you on, man. Be awesome. Six. Okay, 6.
My bad.
Next Thursday, Evil Ernie. That Evil Ernie, though, the only one that I found Kickstarter wise, I thought it might have been Dynamite, but it looks like it's going to be from Chaos. Because I know Nick was talking about it a little bit on the art show last night, but I didn't ask him if it was something they were doing with Dynamite. But for those interested, thanks for the reminder on that, Corey. Here's a link to that Kickstarter. It does say Chaos Comics, so I guess this one is going to be a Chaos one. But the little bit of Evil Ernie that I've read has been a lot of fun. Smiley the Button is very dope. I think Dynamite might be printing it. Okay, because this one, like I said, it just says Chaos Comics on it.
I just find it hilarious that a character that was created by Brian Pulido, that was created to look like Brian Pulido, isn't owned by Brian Pulido. That just cracks me up every time.
Yeah, I got no idea if Dynamite's printing it, but if that's the right link, I mean, if you check that and it's the wrong one, let me know, and I'll see.
Oh God, it'll probably have pink covers.
That's if they're sketches, man.
That's true. We were going to have something a little bit different on the show tonight, but that's going to have to wait till next time.
Did Mariano do your background?
You know, it was
Sorry,
funny.
I couldn't.
In one of the books we're going to talk about later, when the dark scenes, they were all pink. All I could think of. That's all I could think of. Spidey and Superman were both pink. I was just like,
I did notice that.
That's where he's going with it. It's always midnight.
Anyway, just to give you a little teaser, Sean, for one, bought his first mystery box. That's going to be exciting when you get there. For two, on the art, was it the art show you did this on?
Yep.
Tell people what you did.
I just purchased 2 Daredevil blind bags that got delivered apparently AM Friday morning. Nobody could find them until I woke up to a text this afternoon. Found them. It's in your desk. Thank you.
Yeah, we were gonna
supposed to
unbox them. What are we talking about? Just open. We were gonna open them on the live. What's up, Johnny? Jinju had pink shadows and outlines. That's right. I remember because you were like, "Did Mariano do this cover?" It was the Speed Racer. Was a Speed Racer story one? I think I can't remember.
It would make sense. I think there is one that's like that.
You know that's how the Pink Panther came about. Is that he drew a Black Panther sketch cover.
The mystery box would be interesting, especially if they.
Da-dum.
Yeah, that
mystery box would be interesting though, because of the simple fact that if they remembered to do my theme or not,
or if they could,
if they were able to do it, that'll be interesting. If not, it's going to be.
What was your theme?
I asked for a Space Ghost theme box.
Oh, okay.
I thought I remember on the rewind seeing the live chat part that because I was curious. I was going to ask you if they fulfilled that.
Yeah, because John, of course, was like, "That's a really good idea." I was like, "I know it's a good idea. That's why I asked for it." But that means I get no CGCs, just metal covers. I'm like, "That's okay. I'm fine with that. But if they didn't, then it'll. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be literally a mystery anyway, because I have no idea what they're going to send me. So that'll be kind of a fun one to do.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything about that, Johnny. I might have to look that up later on. But it's going to be your first mystery box. And
Yep.
even though it's not CGC's, because they said that they don't think they sent any Space Ghost books to CGC yet.
Yeah.
Still going to be 2 metal covers, and
Yeah, I mean, if I get 2 metal Space Ghost covers, they're going to look dope.
those Space Ghost covers, man, like have been phenomenal. So really excited to see you open that.
Yeah.
Now, did that come in with the other book? Like, did they ship that all together? Or
No,
is it
literally the day the one got delivered, they shipped the other one.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think, and I wasn't a smart person, because I'm not a smart person, to think like some of the other people said.
Not a
Like,
smart man.
I am not a smart
But I know what love is.
But I should have just said, like, just hold it all and send it out at one time to save on shipping costs.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, screw it, just send it to me.
So was it the box that came first, or the
The Daredevil
Fine.
stuff should be the stuff that's here, as far as I know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
That's
actually
the
what's here.
mystery, Jay.
Ooh,
It's,
put on
it
you?
should be the Daredevil thing since I ordered it, a couple days apart. But
He would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Always. And I will say this again, folks. Say what you want about Dynamite and their 18 million covers. Well, the one thing they do that I really like is their blind bags. The images they used, they have done covers of. Marvel, DC, the 2 mystery bag or blind bags that I've seen y'all do so far, and this is more Marvel. Your Daredevil one and your Queen in Black one, those need to be covers, not just bags. Those need to be covers because that Queen in Black one looks dope, and it's so simple. It's basically, it says Queen in Black, and it's got like a red, like hue behind it, like a red light shining. Thing looks dope. The Daredevil one, when I was grabbing the pictures for something, I can't remember what I was doing. I saw that, I was like, man, that Daredevil, it's so simplistic, but that's a dope cover. Yeah, it's not a cover. It's only for the bag. So I'm like, well, good. I guess when I get my blind bag in, I cut the top off. I guess I'm keeping the bag because it's a dope looking cover.
I'm almost afraid to open it if the bag looks that great. But I've got to know what's inside.
I haven't pulled up the nerve to throw my Mark Spears bags away yet, but I know I'm going to get killed if I keep bags. Because I love those, and they should have been a cover.
That was your you did that on your Sunday live, didn't you?
Yep,
Yes.
and I still have the bags.
You see all the cool covers Ed got for that. Like,
Nice.
for me,
Brandon, if
they're still cool. They're cool. Not my favorite art, but they were cool covers. And I'm glad you got the ones that you really wanted. That was
Oh, yeah.
That was the coolest
awesome.
part.
yeah.
biggest thing. Hopefully,
I
if we
peed a
go
little
for
when I pulled the
dinner,
bride
I'll get
cover
the
out.
One more time, Sean.
Said, hope if we go where we planning on going for dinner, I'll probably stop by the office on the way back to get them. I don't want to leave it till Monday if I can help it.
It's true. And maybe we'll do a little 10-minute live of us if it's the blind bags. Maybe tomorrow we'll do like a 10-minute live of us opening them or something.
Maybe.
Or
I mean, if y'all got anything you haven't opened, everybody just jump on. We'll just have a giant unboxing.
Oh, dude, I've got so much shit I haven't opened. It's and what's great is that my wife finds them and says, "What's this?" Oh my god, I forgot I had that. Because in those Mark Spears were also those other Halloween books, and it was like Halloween in April. I was like, yes, I love it.
Not gonna lie, like that's been what it's been like unpacking here at the new house. Like, holy crap, we have that. Holy crap, Jay and Jenna have that.
Like, I don't have that.
I forgot
I
about
remember buying that.
Forgot about these.
Little wood.
Yeah,
Sorry, my twig.
but yeah, I mean, like hell, this whole shelf that's right next to me. I forgot I had some stuff.
Forgot you had a whole shelf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was that hiding?
You're in a closet.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, how did this get in here? No wonder my clothes don't go all the way back here.
right?
Magic. So, we're going to talk about some books we've read this week, and later on, I'll talk about the list book that I had, which I have both, and I'll go ahead and kind of spoil because I got 2 volumes of it. Didn't realize today this is a John Cassaday cover. That was kind of cool. I got both of these, so I'll pull up the list wheel after I get done with the list book. But I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 more books on that. But I didn't add anything else to it because I know full well if I do, those last 2 books will never get picked.
Right.
It's going to be like Paper Girls all over again. I had Paper Girls on the list at the very beginning, and that recently finally got picked.
Although it irritated the hell out of me, it was worth the wait. Though.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you dug it.
Dude, book was so good, man. So good. Idiots.
Yes.
Morons for canceling that show.
They must be related to
Shame.
Shame. That's right.
Shame.
So we're going to talk about some books we read. Now, I think we have only read one of the same books, a couple of us. I think for most part, it's a very diversified list. So let's start out with now. Actually, this isn't going to be a book that's reviewed. I forgot to put the
just
damn
gonna
slide.
say.
Yes,
Jay.
I told you I mixed up my slides.
You're good,
This-
brother.
Fire.
Yes, them talking. This is one of the books that Henri does. Yi Sun Shin. This is the number 1 for that. The Kickstarter is for like what, number 13 or something?
11.
Number 11.
Yep.
So just want to show you here's some of the art you can look forward to, folks.
Well, I think this one's actually technically number 5.
I don't remember the order.
First one I think is Warrior and
Warrior
Defender.
and Defender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Fallen Avenger, and then Hunter.
Destroyer.
Yes.
Okay, so this
It
is
took me a while to get that straight, so don't feel bad.
yeah. Obviously, I still haven't. But yeah, make sure you check out that Kickstarter. The link's in the chat, and at the end of the show, I need to remember because I didn't do any of the tagging or anything. The link will be in the description after the show. So if you're watching this on the rewind, that's where it'll be.
If anybody hasn't read these, if you like historical type comics, you will love these because this is actually based on a true story of a real live person.
And
the
if you want
story
another,
is amazing.
you want another reference, if you like the movie 300 or just that story in general, this is very similar to it. To where it's a small faction of an army against a much bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
And they take them all out.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely did grab on this one. So here's really the first book. Eventually. There we go.
Well, I thought for sure it was going to be Superman. I had my mind set on Superman, Spider-Man.
Well, in here, I thought he was going to pull up the other Yisun Shin, so I was thrown off too. I was just like, oh, he's trolling now.
he did it to me. He did it to me again. He's starting off with my pick of the week, but that's okay. I really enjoyed this book. This was a very good book. Corpse Night #1 by Image Comics. It was written by Michael Chavez and art by Matthew Roberts. It's a really, really fun, good story. It starts with a girl named Foy and her dad, and they're kneeling at her mama's grave. And she asks Daddy how he met Mommy. And her dad's like, well, that's a story for another day, honey. And then we find out that this book is taking place in 1429 in the middle of the 100-Year War, which, if you're not familiar with that, it was a terrible war full of murder, sickness, starvation, rape, pillaging. It was just a terrible time. So once we find that out, they go to there's other stuff that I'm just going to skip over. I don't want to ruin the whole thing, but it goes to her dad teaching Foy how to defend herself, and he's decided that archery is her best bet. And she's terrible at it. She don't like it. She hates it. She wants to wield a sword, but her dad's like, swords are too heavy. You can't do that, honey. So let's continue with the archery. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of their practice, the dad like panics and is like, Foy, be quiet and get down. And she's like, what's wrong? And just as she asks what's wrong, an arrow comes flying in. And before you know it, her dad covers her up to protect her, and her dad ends up looking like a porcupine. So he got shot like 50 times with arrows. So then we move back to mommy's grave, and now there's a new grave to it, and it's her daddy's. And she's crying at the grave. And then some really bad men show up to do unspeakable things to her, like happened in the war. And the next thing you know, a hand is coming out of daddy's grave, and someone's coming back to protect his little girl. And he's basically like this grotesque looking zombie-like version of her daddy. But earlier on, I forgot to mention that he told her a story once when she said that her learning archery would be impossible. And he's like, honey, nothing's impossible if you have faith. And he tells her the story about Joan of Arc and how Joan of Arc prayed over a child that had been dead for 3 days, and the child came back to life. So that was his lesson, that nothing's impossible. So without ruining anything more, Foy figures out that this horrible, grotesque thing is her dad. And she's like, I'm going to fix you, daddy. And he's like, how are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to find Joan of Arc. And that's how it ends. So she's on a quest to find Joan of Arc to try to heal her daddy. And in the meantime, daddy is the corpse knight. Really badass looking. I really liked it. It's a really touching story. The art is excellent. The story, I love the story. It's my pick of the week. And I will definitely be following this one through.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Exactly.
Still ends in death. So...
Wow, Jay. Wow.
Spoilers. Yeah, dude, when I can't remember where I saw this first, whether it was Miss Jen's show or the FOC show, but I saw this and I was like, man, I didn't get to read it today because there's some other things I was reading, including the list book and just setting the room up. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this one out. This one looks great.
Well, and it's cool because it's got some historical background to it too. So
yeah,
fiction yet based on history.
Super interested in this one. So the reason that Superman or Spider-Man Superman wasn't first, because I wanted you to go first, so I'm going to do it. This is not the right freaking book, Jay.
Loser. That's the wrong one.
Wow.
See that, folks? That's what happens with me sometimes. I'm in a rush trying to do something. I did the same thing with Batman Deadpool. Same thing.
It's just your dyslexia. You read it backwards and even saw the logo backwards. It's all good.
Or something like, oh, that's why. Anyway, folks.
In other news,
I'm fixing it. That's why I'm stalling.
Let's play the Jeopardy theme.
Spider-Man, Superman. It's Spider-Man, Superman.
There you go.
That's why it wasn't number one, because I wanted you to go first. So technically, it's number one for me.
number one.
Y'all, I really dug the Deadpool, Batman one. But Superman, Spider-Man, Superman, both of those stories have kind of overtaken my love for that one. This is such a good story. These characters they work so well together. They start out like they pretty much just drop you right into the freaking action. You open up on like this cave, and Superman is weak, and the cave starts to collapse, and Peter holds it up like he's Bruce Banner. They even make some kind of, little joke about that in there. But the talk between the two of them is so this. If you're into dark and gritty, this one's not for you. I can tell you that right off the bat. This is so full of like hope and joy. I love this. I don't want to spoil anything at all other than the opening, letting you know where they're at in this book. This was too short. I did not read the backup stories. I'm going to go back and read those. But quite honestly, even as good as those backup stories will probably be, I wish this story would have been longer. This was such a good, just get you right in the, like, it had emotional beats. There were funny moments that didn't overpower anything, any of the action or any of the suspense, anything that was going on. There's a, okay, I have to spoil one thing. Spider-Man getting taken over by a symbiote is the costume I did not know I needed to freaking see when it comes to Superman. Holy crap, I love that look so much. As tired as people are of symbiotes and Venom and Carnages and all that stuff, Superman, oh my goodness, I need a poster of that. I need that. That suit looks so dope. And how he got rid of the suit was one of my favorite things. Like, I love seeing it. So, like I said, I'm not going to go too deep on this in case people haven't read it, but y'all know me. I'm Superman shill, comic book shill. This book was so good, and there was just the emotional weight of the end of this was like, my God, I loved the Superman Spider-Man one as well, but the story in this one just got me. I want these books to do well because I need more of this. I need a whole trade omnibus, what have you, of Spider-Man, Superman having adventures together. And I love the fact that in both issues, both the DC one and the Marvel one, they already know each other. There's no kind of meetup. There's no kind of like the original time that I remember them. I have a book called Crossover Classics. And Superman thought he was a villain or vice versa. I can't remember exactly how it went. I love the fact that these two know each other. It's like the two worlds have existed the whole time. I love this book. I love it. This was my pick too. It's my pick of the week too. So,
I read the whole thing, and I love the story with Superman and Spider-Man, and I also like the Steel and Thor one. That was a fun one. A couple of them were a little weak, and as much as I want to say that I absolutely love this book, I hate the art so much that I prefer the DC version as far as art. But the stories look great. To me, the art in this book looks like they used sidewalk chalk to draw the whole thing. I don't know what they were going for. I don't know what they were thinking. But to me, it was like, why? Why would you do that? The art was a big turnoff, but the stories, for the most part, were solid.
And that's obviously fair art subjective. I didn't even notice any of it. I was so into the story that I didn't even like no offense to the artist at all, but I didn't really stare at the art too long. I was just so into the story, and maybe that's why it also felt like it read so fast because I was so into it. I didn't know the end. It read so fast, man. Yeah,
and of course, Spider-Man had to start off by saving Superman's ass. Sorry.
That's okay. That's why it's a comic book and it's fictional.
Yeah, I know. He should have just let him die, but that's all right.
He wouldn't have died. Spider-Man using the power of guilt.
Dude, you and I going back and forth about Spider-Man and Superman, we could do a whole show on that. So we'll just leave it at that. It's a great story. It's a great read, but the art just really disappointed me. Really, really, really disappointed me.
Like I said, since it finally released, I should be getting a notification any day now for the 3 books that I ordered like 2 months ago because Jay forgot how pre-orders freaking work. So none of them were going to ship until the final one on my list came out. So hopefully I'll be getting my issues in soon. Of course, I got Dork because I love Dork. Got the Superman Spider-Man one, and I got the Spider-Man Superman one as well. So can't wait to get those in. I'm going to read them again and again because, like I said, both issues for me, the stories have been great. This one to me, just a little bit story wise, just a little bit, it really got me. So if y'all haven't checked this one out yet, you really should. Like, I would love to know everybody else's opinions on the story. Like, you can have the opinions on the art. Like, art's never really been a big thing with me. Like, it has to be like something really, 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 really bad. And I hate saying that about any artist because you're an artist and I'm not.
Right.
But there's been a few books though where the art was just that bad it took me out of the story. Usually I can power through it, especially if it's a good story.
Out of the two books,
Mm-hmm.
this one has my favorite story with Superman and Spider-Man. That story it hit home with me and I loved it. So don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the book. It's just the art just didn't work for me. I don't know why they chose to do that. Did Sean or Nope read it?
No.
I haven't
Oh,
read it
okay.
yet. Nope, not yet.
All right, so again, for me, A+ on that one. So the next one though, this one was a little bit of a wild trip for me.
Whoa.
This is Teether. This was an Antarctic Press book that I was looking through books and I saw this one. I was like, okay, the cover alone, I want to read this. Now I don't know if it was because of how I was reading it, digitals. But the first issue was like rock solid in story, and the color was kind of like a reddish kind of color scheme to it, and then some people were flesh colored. Then we get to issue 2, and the thing feels like it's all in black and white. Then I got to issue 3, and it looked like it was somebody's sketch work. And then we get to 3, and some of it's in color and some of it's not. I'm very back and forth on this one when it comes to that. Now, story wise, I thought the story was pretty good. It is kids are in the woods. Like, it starts out right at there. Kids are in the woods. One of the kids trips. Demon takes them over. And this demon has vowed that they're going to get every single one of those kids. So, girl comes back to school next day. She's fairly new to this school, and she meets one of the friends in the friend group that he was sick or something, so he wasn't there to meet her. So he didn't know who she is. It's basically this little girl turned into this freaking monster right here and eating these kids. Like, the gore in the book is fantastic. I will also say that there's a weird continuity issue with me because I noticed weird things like that, where there's a teacher that gets like their arm bitten off because they're in the way, and the girl didn't mean to do it, but she bites this teacher's arm off, and it's his left arm. Well, they show the teacher again in like the 3rd issue, and his right arm's gone. So I noticed little things like that. Overall, I know Ed said that you have these issues, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are they like how I'm describing, where some of them are in color and some of them aren't? Or was that just the digitals I was reading?
I don't remember them not being in color, but I don't know. It's been a minute.
Okay.
I can't tell you off the top of my head.
Like, I wanted to like this book a lot more. Like, I liked the book, but I feel like I wanted to like it a lot more than I ended up liking it, and I think it had something to do with the weird shift in. There's black and white. There's color. There's what looks like somebody's sketches in it. Like, it was just kind of strange. But this was a weird one for me. Do you remember anything else other than the stories that just been that long since you've ever read?
It's been so long, and I read so many that are so similar. I would have to. I mean, Henri got me today when I told him that one of the best horror series I've read in a long time was Devil on My Shoulder, and he was like, "What's it about?" I drew a blank. he put it, I'm like, oh shit, I've read so many books in the last couple of months. What was it about? And I'm like, stalling while I'm oh yeah, this is the one that's like, so I spit on your grave.
Yeah, I read some books today. I'm pretty sure I forgot most of it. So
Yeah.
I read full disclosure, I read 3 issues of Irredeemable like an hour before the show while trying to set it up. So I'll be lucky if I power through that one well at all. And Corey, I see that you said you quit reading comics for a while. Did you get back? You got back into it though, obviously, because I've seen your freaking awesome man cave. I want so bad. What book got you back into them? That's something I want to know. What got you back into the comics? And folks, before we get to the next book, I want to ask this to you. I want to ask y'all this too. Is there a book that you were just like, it was so bad that you just stopped reading comics for a while? And then what was the book that pulled you back in if you ever like fell out of comics? And we'll go with Ed first to make this easier so not everybody's guessing.
You already know mine. I just had superhero burnout. There wasn't one specific book. I just got into superhero burnout, and indie horror is what brought me back when I shifted from superheroes to horror and then discovered indie horror. That's been my love of comics ever since. But now, like with the Superman, Spider-Man, and with the Spider-Man Predator, the quality of the superhero books are going back up to the point where I'm reading some again and enjoying them. But no specific one book. It was just a superhero burnout thing for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice, Corey. Vampirella Archive. Well, how about you, Sean? Was there ever a time? I know we keep saying you haven't been reading comics very long, but by now you've been reading comics for a little bit.
Yeah.
Was there something like after you first started reading? Was there ever a time where you were like, there was something you read, you're like, and you were out for a little bit, and then there was something that pulled you back in?
Well, it's similar to Ed, where I was getting superhero burnout, and I needed to shift my focus into other things before I kind of got to that point. So, and a lot of that was, of course, I had oh my God, it's the Image book I talk about all the time.
God Country
kind of got me shifting off into that direction. And then when you and Jenna brought me into, of course, indie horror, that really expanded everything for me. Something is Killing the Children was probably one of the big series that really got me going. And then I just got totally burned out probably around 2024. And I didn't read a ton until about halfway through 2025. And I think a lot of that was because really it was you were like, man, there's so many freaking books. It was that, and it was the Bad Bug Guys. When I read, I can actually label it to one. When I read Frost last year, when I read that, and I think you'll probably remember too, I read that, and then throughout the fall, I just started reading again. So Frost was probably the book that got me just out of in general burnout. So Scott, if you're watching, brother, thank you. That's a lot of it. Is when I get really burned out, I tend to focus more on my friends' books, than anything. Scott, Alan, Dan stuff, just stuff like they're in Bad Bug in general. I focus on that stuff, and then somehow that eventually brings me back in. Now, granted, to Marvel and DC's credit, like Ed said, now all of a sudden they're starting to write great books, both of them. So that's helping. But in turn, Valiant's kind of started sucking, and Valiant was kind of one of my big go-tos.
Yeah.
I still haven't read one of those because they didn't do that zombie book.
Valiant, if you're going to read anything Valiant, read anything from the 2010s, period. That is their heyday, in my opinion. Fuck the 90s stuff, and people can get mad at me for saying that. 2010, Dinesh, Valiant is some of the best comics you will ever read. Period. But yeah, so really Frost was the one that really kind of sparked it, and then this year it's not even that I'm burned out on comics. I'm just tired. So reading has been kind of hard, but it was nice to go back and read a few books this week at the very least.
Yeah.
So
And same, Corey. The Absolute stuff for me
yes,
has been terrific. I cannot wait for Absolute Green Arrow.
we need to pre-order that. I'm surprised they still keep saying that there is a foil logo cover and still nobody has shown the photo. So you and I are going to have to order that blind.
Yeah.
Just cover A's and the foil covers, and then we'll just have to pray that it's as good as the other 6 that we have.
I see. Corey's saying the same thing right there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what would be a good book for Ed to start with. And I apologize, Ed. I don't know your taste as well as like Jay and Nope do.
Horror. That's what I was looking for. That's why when they had the free comic book day Valiant Zombie last year, I was excited because I was finally going to get introduced to Valiant. And then
Since they don't really do that, I was trying to think of what would be a good book that might interest you. So I'll have to think about that one. Jay's a little more versed. Actually, I take that back. It's not even one that's really huge, and it's one that I need to go back and reread that I didn't like, and I can't even think of the name. Jay, it's a detective book.
Britannia?
Yes, I think Britannia would be right up his alley.
It's really good. Yeah, that's really good. How about you, Nope? You got something like? How long have you been reading comics anyway?
On and off since 2009, I think. Whenever the Flash show came out. So that's when I really actually started getting into collecting and all that kind of stuff. But now, really, the only thing that kind of gets me out of reading for a little while is just work, getting busy, and then just ADHD.
Yep.
Like, what was I doing? Oh yeah, start doing something else, and then leave it on a digital or whatever, and forget that I was reading it later. Close that window because it died or whatever. And come back to it and wait, I never finished that one. That's why it doesn't feel like I missed something when I start the next one. Yeah, so it's chaos in my brain.
Don't feel bad, man, because I'll see a book and I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good, and I'll buy it, and then I'll go home and I've got like 6 copies already. I'm like, oh, I thought it was good before, apparently.
Ed, have you ever read Dead World? Corey was wanting to know. Is it an image? Is it Image, Corey?
Maybe it's a Valiant.
It is IDW.
It doesn't ring a bell. Not by the title.
Valiant's been around since like 2008.
Dead World. It doesn't ring a
this
bell.
Definitely, like good looking image. At the covers, dude. This definitely looks like something Ed might like.
Well, show me a cover, and then maybe I'll know if I've read it.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't have to. You can send it to me later.
So you found one from IDW. I found one from Image, and both, like the one I'm looking at, is like, yeah, this does look like an Ed book.
Huh.
Cool. Then I probably have it. Probably have 12 copies of it somewhere.
That's like us with the freaking Batman Dark Metal series. We started buying so many covers.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nope never actually got to answer the question, though.
No, I mean, it wasn't too far off saying work is really what keeps me away from reading them consecutively.
Yeah. No, so technically he did answer.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. Sorry.
I read them when I can.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I'm enjoying reading again. That's for sure. When I do get to read.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I started this whole read at least a comic a day, yeah, there are some days I only read one. But there are sometimes, man, when I find something, like one day I read almost the entire Doug Wagner plastic vinyl plush all that. Sacrificers, when I finally got past the first issue, I read like 11 of those in a day.
Yeah, because that first
April-
issue doesn't really make too much sense on that one, so you do kind of gotta push through and all that. But
no, that was definitely
sometimes you're not lucky after a couple issues. But
yeah.
that one was good.
That was my Heath Ledger of comic book moments right there. I was like, this is the reason. This is the reason I read at least 3 issues of a comic though,
Right.
because for me, if there's any of those issues that can pull me in, I'll keep going. Like it's got to be something like, something just really just I don't get into. Where after 3 or 4 issues, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Still not working.
Yeah,
I tried though.
Sacrificers though, perfect. That's like that and Bug Wars. Like of course I didn't get bored or anything with the first issue of Bug Wars. That one I just like. That's another one where I was just like I read all of it. Image, Image, IDW, Desperado all have Dead World. His is IDW. The last.
That would explain it.
Okay. That'll look. At least the one I saw looks cool too. So
The
we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to start making a list for after the show to send to Ed because I've already forgotten the book I told him I was gonna send to him.
It was a movie, I thought.
Or a movie. Oh, I'm gonna message you right now, dude. We're gonna do this
Cartoon. Some kind of cartoon.
I told you.
Yeah,
I did the same thing. I already forgot something.
The brain, man. There's Rise of Leslie Vernon and then Has Been Hotel.
Oh yeah, that's the ones.
So that's before I forget again. I'm gonna go ahead and message you that. But the next book is yours anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop us back into the review part of it.
What the hell is that?
Huh?
Get it out.
No, I read it all the way, and that was my thought. What the hell is that? In Your Skin by Image Comics. It was written by Aditya Bidikar with art by Francesco Sigalali and Samanathi Pali, something or other. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce her names. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And the names inside the book are even more fun to try to figure out. So for this review, I'm going to refer to a woman and an actress because their names I'm not going to fight with. The names in this book are all crazy. The story is very hard to follow, and the art style doesn't help. So I'm not even sure what I've read, and I read it twice to try to get a hold of it. But I'll go ahead and walk through it. It starts with this really bizarre, dreamlike sequence that shows 2 women who are like doing some kind of like weird ritualistic dance type thing. And then their skin starts to like melt off and they're like merging together. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then it flashes after that ends, and the girl is kind of passed out on the floor, and there's a little bit of blood on her feet. And it just kind of stops there and then picks up something else. So I don't know if it was like, this is flashbacky or what. But from there, we find out that she's obsessed with this actress, and she wants to meet this actress. And she wins a very bizarre contest to go meet the actress. Well, when she finally goes to meet her, everything turns dark and weird as the girl gets violent because the actress kind of wants to like not give her an autograph or anything. And the girl is so obsessed with her that she like gets violent with her and shoves her into her trailer, her like makeup trailer or whatever you want to call it, waiting for when they're doing movies. I don't know what it's called. Movie trailer, whatever. And then there are several panels that just show you the door of the trailer. So I guess it's just trying to tell you that time is passing. And then finally the door swings open and the actress has the girl's like motionless body dragging her out by her feet, letting her head like thump on the stairs. And it appears that the girl is severely injured or dying, and she calls people over to help her right away, and they rush her to the hospital. However, after that all happens and the actress is going back to her trailer, something is just off. And at first I thought it was my eyes, and then I thought, well, it must have been like an art choice. But no, she begins literally adjusting the skin on her face in a very gross, gnarly, cool couple of panels. And when she gets done, she looks like the actress again. So from what I could gather, it appears to me that somehow the girl and the actress have switched skin, and the girl now wants to be the actress because she was very pissed off because the actress announced that she was going to retire. So that must be what was happening in the dream-like sequence at the beginning, was her, I don't know if she was getting some kind of power or if she's some kind of, I'm not sure. They don't explain anything. That's basically how they end the first issue. And it's really crazy. I'm curious as hell as to where this is going to go. But the art style for me is a turnoff, because it was that weird painty stuff like they did with that Dracula. But most of that was just during like the weird dream sequences. So I think that might have been on purpose, just to show you that it's not something that's, you know, I'm not sure what the hell I read. And I read it twice. And I will also say that it has the most unattractive and unwanted sex scene I've ever seen.
I just looked at that. Holy crap.
I don't want to see that ever again.
Wow.
So I'm so curious as to where it's going to go that I kind of want to keep reading it. I don't know how long I'll keep reading it, because if the next book doesn't answer my capital WTF, I'm probably going to be done with it, because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, like I skimmed it while you were talking about it and just happened upon that scene, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a love scene, a nude scene I never want to see again. No.
Yeah. Now, not to be confused with another book we'll probably talk about soon, I Need Your Skin, because I got my digital in, waiting to get my my copy in. But yeah, I'll check this one out just to say that I read it. But the little bit that I skimmed, if skimming it, I'm confused, but I'm hearing the people that actually read it are confused. We'll have to see, because I see unknowns with there. He said,
"Oh,
confused."
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I'm like, am I missing something? And I kept thinking I missed a panel or something that would explain it, but no, I didn't miss anything.
It feels like old school horror TV shows that came on TV. It feels like, just looking at it and the little bit you talked about, feels like a Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side episode. They did a movie kind of like this called Together, where two people melding it. Well, they melded into one person. This one looks like she's wearing a skin suit.
You gotta also, insert into that the Kathy Bates nude scene in that movie with Jack Nicholson.
Nah, I'd rather not.
Well, that's what you get in those couple of pages. It's like, I don't want to see this.
That's true. That's true. So
it was bizarre.
Yeah. Okay.
If they explain what's going on in the next one, I might stick with it. But if it's just as out in left field, because it's like 5 guys got high and they each decided to write a couple pages and then just staple them together. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? Very confusing.
Yeah. All right. So apparently I didn't mix these up well enough, but here we go. Finally, Sean can talk about one.
So, not a bad opening issue. I don't know anything about the Lost Fantasy universe at all. This was a pretty decent issue. Really good art. I'm curious to see kind of what his his whole power set is, because when he finally really gets kind of frustrated and uses it, it's pretty badass. Definitely going to be checking out issue 2 and whatnot. So for anybody who and I will say this, for anybody who hasn't read Lost Fantasy, like probably most of us here on this panel, you can read this and you're not going to be lost at all. This is its own thing, and it's a really good start. It's a lot of fun. So I am very excited to keep reading it.
Very cool. And this one was one of the many great homage covers this book has.
Yeah.
When you saw our live where we did the show off of stuff we picked up, the little haul video we did. Yeah, this one definitely drew my eye when Sean picked it up. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I heard Rich and Dez on the Geek Chat say that it kind of felt a little edgelordy to them. So I'm still gonna give it a shot though. Let's see, what is the next one? Let me see what the next one is real fast. Okay, I'm going to talk about this one real quick, folks, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break. But this one was another one that Corey talked to me about. And my goodness, is this great. You got this half demon, half human girl that they're basically this sect of like police, the police that kind of take care of the demon that's here. He's like a secret weapon. And this series has been great so far. It's only on issue 3. I love this character. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. But basically, the demons in this world, to get stronger, they have to eat each other. This is a quote-unquote good demon so far. They use her to basically take out the demons that are a little too strong for her. And I posted a little bit of a spoiler in the chat with us, and then I talked about it a little bit, not knowing that Corey hadn't been able to pick it up. But there's a scene in there that, if you know who Michigan J. Frog is, had me rolling. You wouldn't think that there was going to be something funny in this book, but there's a scene where a Michigan J. Frog thing happens, and it's hilarious. I laughed way too hard when I saw it. But this has the team going into a building that's been infested with basically demon rats, and then a bigger demon. This book is a ton of fun. It's like I said, it's only 3 issues. If you're into demons, and it's a very different demon story, and it's hard to explain what makes it so different. Unless you read it for yourself. This is Justin Jordan, though. If you read anything else by Justin Jordan, you like his stuff, I think you're gonna like this book too. So,
did you IM me about this, Jay, or am I having a deja vu moment with the Michigan J Frog?
No, sir. That's the page I sent you.
Oh, okay. So you did send me something, because I'm like, God, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I sent you the page. You're like, hey, Michigan J Frog. I was like, yep. What about spoilers? That was basically the only spoiler, was the page with the Michigan J Frog thing. So
everybody do the Michigan ride.
Hell, I'm all right. Yeah. Just, I can't wait for you. Corey, when you are able to get it, I can't wait for you to tell me what you thought about the issue. Again, I think this book is being slept on a little bit. I honestly think. I think this should have a little bit more talk behind it. But again, that's just me shilling for the book, basically. I think it's a really fun story. So, folks, hang tight just for a few minutes. We are, except for Nope, in our 40s, a little bit over our 40s. So we're going to take a break for just a few minutes, folks, and we will be back as soon as we can. Hang tight. Surprise. So,
Enjoy my popcorn.
so before the guys get back, and I'll ask them this as well. Outside of Absolute Green Arrow, has there been something that you're super excited to come out? Have you been able to look at anything yet, or?
I was going to say I don't really know. Basically anything I get told that comes out, I learn from you. you're my industry source.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell folks this time. Next week is May 2nd, which would be
Free comic book day.
Comic day, or comics giveaway day. That's the other thing that they're doing that I learned thanks to Ed.
Speaking of books coming out, though, there is one that I'm still pissed off about.
What's that?
April 15th is come and gone.
Savager?
Number 3 is still not out.
Buddy, that was something I was going to bring up earlier. And since Ed's back, we're going to pop Ed back in.
And Panic Entertainment will not answer anybody about it. I have inquired several times, and they will not answer anything on social media.
Yeah, and the weird thing is they're doing their like little thing for the Ringo Awards, and they keep showing Savagers. Like, man, the first 2 issues were great, man. I need a third one. Like, I'm hoping this isn't another Atoll situation. Oh, I'm not in the right thing. Hold on. There. When we get 2 issues of something, then we never get to finish it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the book is potentially Ringo Award worthy, but I need more than the 2 issues.
Yeah, and the 2 issues are so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like I don't understand. Well, there's Nope. There we go.
I'm so frustrated.
Yeah, I mean it's been pushed back like 3 different times now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, guys, your book was excellent. Like, I read all of Tama. Like, all of Tama got released. I need to read the Black Diamond, I think is the other one they have.
Yep.
But I'm like, as good as I thought, those books were, Savager has been my favorite thing you've put out so far.
Mm-hmm. Like, that was potentially going to be like top 10 list book of the year if they could figure it out.
Like, by the time it comes out, I'm gonna have to reread the first 2 because, like, I remember the story, but I'm like, I don't even remember where it left off in the second issue.
Like I wouldn't be frustrated if they would at least just make an announcement of why it's delayed.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the fact that it's delayed, but they're not doing anything about it, and people have asked, and they won't respond. And I'm like, okay, well, just make me not a fan.
All right, well, Panic Entertainment, if you're listening, come on.
Yep. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you.
Yeah.
Quit panicking
Quit panicking.
and entertain.
That's the one with the infestation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good
So
one.
good. Yeah. It has potential to be so good. So good. So good.
Mhm.
Yes, Saint Nope.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, so moving along here. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, this is me. Redcoat came back. Holy crap, this book is so good. Look,
no
I've read
spoilers, please.
no spoilers at all. No spoilers at all. I mean, there's kind of a spoiler on the cover, a little bit. But,
Kind of, yeah.
But if you haven't been reading this, you really need to jump on this. This is another one of those that after I read the first issue, I couldn't stop myself reading it. And I got caught up on this book within like a day. Stopped at that last issue and I was like, man, you got any more of that red coat sitting there scratching my neck? I've read at least an issue aside from like, I think Hyde Street and Junkyard. I can't remember if Junkyard Joe is like officially a part of this universe or not.
It is.
Okay, so I haven't read that.
It,
I did get that
Isaac
trade.
Geiger.
Okay,
What do you mean, Jay? You haven't read that? You spent $400 on that trade and you ain't read it yet?
I know.
$400.
$4 whole dollars.
$4 whole dollars.
Oh, for a whole
400
dollar.
pennies.
Yeah.
I was sitting
400
here
pennies.
like, what?
Yes, there you go. 4 pennies.
Oh, trust me. If I would have had the money at the time, I would have bought all the ones that they had there because they had like 5 or 6 of them for like $4.
And you said you haven't had a chance to read Junkyard yet?
No.
It's good. You'll like it. I think you'll really like that one.
Good, because I can tell you this, like I love Rook Exodus. The art in that is like so freaking good. but Redcoat is my jam. I love this freaking book. This book is so fun. It's just the immortality elements of it, the people that make cameos, and you learn like history wise, they're not exactly who they say they are.
Right.
This book, fantastic. Like, and I won't spoil this because it just came out, but this might be one that I have to let build up as much as that pains me, because once I read this issue, I was like, damn, now I got to wait another month or whatever for the next one. And I'm the same way
with this one. It's worth it to save them up, because with how they end each issue, they do really well with the cliffhangers on them.
Yeah.
And if you have a hard time remembering, you definitely don't want to wait a month.
Yeah.
Right.
But this
Yeah,
one,
because these sell out quick too.
yeah, and much like the Absolute universe, where I've read at least one or two issues of everything, Absolute Superman is the only one I'm caught up on. Right now, Redcoat is the only Ghost Machine one I'm caught up on. So I think what I'm going to start doing is, while I'm waiting for my next issue of Absolute Superman, I'm going to start one of the other Absolutes over again, because, like I said, I did read one or two issues of most of the Absolute stuff. And then for Redcoat, I'm going to pick another person in this world and jump on that one and just binge those. That's the hard part, though, is deciding which one I want to jump into next.
Just start with Junkyard.
Junkyard? Okay.
If you start with Junkyard, that one you don't need any other story. It's not really going to tie into. If anything, it'll just kind of jog you into where you want to go next. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's 100%.
So it's kind of unofficially the first part of the story.
Oh, okay.
Chronologically, it is the first part of the story.
Gotcha.
If you don't count Redcoat.
Mm.
I'm
If that
going to
makes
test
sense.
your memory here, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
If you read Junkyard, you got to grab them cakes. You know what I'm talking about? Grab them cakes. Yeah, that's all it takes. Junkyard dog.
Oh my goodness.
Grab them cakes. Yeah, I don't care what it takes. Do you remember that?
Core memory unlocked, dude. What the hell?
There you go. I knew that'd be a deep cut for you, brother.
Didn't they do that song in Rock and Wrestling too?
Oh, yeah. It was on the album. They did a video of the damn thing, a music video.
Oh my
Just like the pile driver with Coco.
Oh,
yeah. Deep cut.
wow. That
Wrestling, for you folks that think we've lost our mind, it's 80s wrestling.
Yeah, because now you just unlocked Rock and Wrestling in my brain. So, and those little thumb wrestlers they used to have.
Did you know that Robert from Everybody Loves Raymond did the voice for Hulk Hogan in that?
No, I did not.
You do now. Because I read that and I was like, no shit. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
No, you're good. Because now, again, like the nostalgic part of my brain just unlocked a little bit for a minute.
You gotta get a tissue.
Yeah.
Or get teary-eyed.
Oh, for the face. Okay, gotcha. For the face. So yeah, Redcoat has been fantastic, and I think I'm gonna follow Nope's advice. I think Junkyard Joe is gonna be the next thing I read while I'm waiting for another Redcoat. Let's see. Well,
yeah, you won't be disappointed, because then you'll be inspired to get into Geiger after that.
Yeah, because that's another one I want. Like, Sean was collecting Geiger before, like, any of this, like, connected world was happening with that stuff. So I'm pretty sure he's got some of the first, like, Geiger stories.
Yeah, because Junkyard did follow like it came out after that first series, because he's a part of that first run, the first volume. And then you get the junkyard trade. It kind of tells his backstory, and then naturally, from the end of that story, leads into Geiger. So
nice. So we're going to the next one on here. Maybe. I think so. Hold, please. There we go. Okay.
Mhm.
Please. Next one here. Now, I've talked about reading this one. And before Sean gets started, I just want to say, when I talked about it, it was me telling people that the one good thing that Marvel and DC are doing right now is not their team up books, but their single character books that have, other characters in the world obviously show up. But Daredevil, Cap, Iron Man, Batman by Matt Fraction, Punisher, like all those single ones, Lobo and Deathstroke, of course. All those single ones have just been fantastic. Now, I read this. I thought this was a fantastic first issue. Sean, tell me about it, man. You're the Daredevil fan here.
Yeah, this was such a good first issue, man. And the fact that it debuts right off the bat with a brand new villain named Omen. He's going to be a very, very interesting character, I think, moving forward with what his kind of skill set is. It said not spoil it too much, but essentially he's a seer that can reportedly, like, he can see the future supposedly and predict Daredevil's actions and stuff. So for whatever reason, he has some kind of vendetta against Matt. Don't know what it is yet, but this book was super cool. Almost had a bit of a noir-esque tone to it with how it was presented, but I dug the hell out of this thing and ready for every single issue moving forward, honestly.
Same.
But they ended on a really good cliffhanger with Omen being in Matt's apartment. So it'll be, or it's either in his apartment or they meet face to face, but they're face to face, and it's a nice little cliffhanger.
Yeah, this is a great book. I want to say Stephanie Phillips is writing this, and it's almost like Stephanie's been writing Daredevil forever. Like, this is such a. I know it's a Daredevil book, but it's one of those books where, like, yeah, it's a Daredevil book. It definitely feels, because there's sometimes you can read some of these titles and you're like, well, that's not exactly what this character would do, kind of thing. This, like, some of the Spider-Man books that I've read, doesn't really feel like a Spider-Man book, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a Daredevil book. So
Yeah.
this was fantastic. Like, I can't add too much more than what Sean said. I like Daredevil. I'm not as big a fan of as say that Sean and Nick are of Daredevil. I love the Netflix show. I really dug Born Again. This is another one where I haven't watched Born Again season 2 at all, but I'm just going to let it finish and then I'm going to watch it. But yeah, Marvel and DC have been crushing it with these single character ones, man. Like, good on them. Like, my favorite so far is still Punisher. Coming off the Red Band one into that new Punisher story, that one has just been great. But this was a really solid opening issue.
And you said this feels like a Daredevil book. Is that like a Braille joke, or?
I'm glad you caught that, because it was a half joke, because I was going to say something about Daredevil blind bag.
I kind of thought so.
Okay. But in all seriousness, it was half joking, because it really does, like, it's not overly fantastical, I guess. Like, it feels, obviously Omen feels a little fantastical, but the world itself that he's in feels like gritty Hell's Kitchen, New York. It's nothing cosmic or anything like that. So, blind bag for Daredevil, I still won't get over that. So, the next one, Smile for the Camera. This is number 2. I read number 1 not that long ago and talked about it. I got to be honest, y'all. I've never seen the movie. I've only seen the jump scare that happens in that trailer. The neck swinging down, and the woman smiling in the person's face.
It's a fun movie, dude.
Yeah, I haven't watched either one. I need to though. I need to. But this is following models, and in the first issue, you can tell right off the jump how brutal this book was going to be. There was a model that was getting on a plane, fixing to fly out to where her agency wanted her to go. And before the plane took off, somebody just jumps right into the engine. It was nuts. The end of that one sees one of the characters come in and basically stab her brain with a coat hanger. And this one, the craziness just it's got a creepy factor. It's not just the gore part of it. There are things that happen in the book that it's just creepy. And you as the reader looking at this and being like, is she really seeing that? No, because you know it's all in the person's head. The next person that gets this like weird virus, I guess is the best way to explain it. Curse, whatever you want to call it. But it had me thinking, and I'm the one reading the book. So the creep factor in this one is great. The gore is a plus, though. It's done really well. I never thought I'd be that interested in a book about models that wasn't like Dear Penthouse or something. But yeah, this one, folks, if you like the movies, you should definitely give this one a shot. You don't have to watch the movies, obviously, to enjoy it, though. So let's see. The next one is also Sean's. I just wanted to give him a warning. Web of Venom.
Yep. This was a fun book. I can see why Robbie had good things to say about it. It was definitely fun. The suit is dope.
I do like that.
Not going to spoil who is in the suit. I will simply say that the person in the suit is a character I've never heard of in the Spider-Man universe, but I'm not well versed in his universe to probably know who the guy is.
Not well versed in the Spider-Verse.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But that said, this particular symbiote is not Venom. That's the only spoiler I will give. So the title is somewhat misleading. It's not Venom, but it was such a fun book. And as with a lot of stuff in Venom and Spider-Man, the art was killer. I absolutely loved it. The cool part is the reason why the suit looks like this is because the guy, I'm not going to say he's a fan of Spider-Man, but he figures that that's a good way to have a positive image when people see him out in public. So the symbiote changes the suit to look like that. Very fun read. I would definitely recommend if you're a fan of the stuff in the Venom and the Spider-Man stuff, check it out. It's definitely a good fun read. It's lighthearted. Nice little palate cleanser is probably a good way to put it.
Nice. I'll definitely be checking this one out. Like the cover alone kind of had me interested to read it. I just didn't get to it today. Very cool. So the next one is like series number 8 or 9 of this. I lost count. Well, Barbaric, the Long Death. Y'all, I've talked about Barbaric before. This is one of my favorite Vault books. Owen and Axe are just a great pair. I'm hoping that TV show eventually gets made. Sir Patrick Stewart as the voice of Axe just sounds like perfection because now all I can hear is Sir Patrick Stewart's voice as Axe when I'm reading this book. So this is taken off. That's not the word I'm looking for. This is continuation. That's what we'll say. Continuation of the series before it, which I did not read. But you have this this little troll-looking goblin down at the bottom of the cover. You see, he knows how Owen got the curse. He knows how to lift the curse. The problem is, he's cast some sort of spell on himself to where the secret is buried in like this cave miles away from where they are. They're in this little travel party. Apparently, the little troll dude is like a really good detective. He's like a Sherlock Holmes of that world. So they're traveling, and they have a companion with them that shares the same curse with Owen when it comes to axe. And the place that they're traveling to is actually her village that shunned her and kicked her out, tried to burn her at the stake as a kid because she was a witch. So they get to the place. Apparently it's changed. They've found some kind of religion. And they try to welcome her back, but then there's still like another villager that still remembers her. So you got to feel that she's going to turn evil for a second, but then they go back through their quest. So they pass through this town, and when they're let out, they're met with all these. These look like the creatures from Pitch Black a little bit to me. Like they remind me of them so much. A little bit different design, but look kind of like the Pitch Black creatures. So Owen and them are fighting through it. They're about to get to where they're going, and something stops them. And I'm going to leave it there. The series is wild, folks. Like I said, Owen and Axe are two of my favorite characters. Talking weapons are my jam. I did a short not that long ago about my favorite talking weapons in comics, and Axe was in there. Like, he's just a blood-drinking, shit-talking Axe. And again, ever since I heard that Sir Patrick Stewart was supposed to voice him, that's all I hear now talking. So give this one a shot, folks. Go all the way back, get that first series. This is a ton of fun. When it comes to fun barbarian books, this and Babs from Ahoy are two of my favorite books. Both of these. So do yourself a favor, check this one out. So the next one's mine as well, because again, I don't know how to do slides apparently when it's for my show. Exquisite Corpses number 12. Folks, there is one more issue. We're going to get a bunch of spin-offs of each of the characters, which is totally dope. You could have not convinced me that what happens in this book was going to happen when I first started reading this. The twist in this, I knew there was going to be a twist. But the twist in this, I would have never guessed. Never guessed in a million years. And I'm not going to tell you, obviously, what that twist is. But do yourself a favor. If you've been reading this, read it and let me know what you thought. There's only one issue left, folks. I don't know what is going to happen. This is almost like the boys situation to me. Read all the boys comics. The show is so different. Have no idea how that thing's going to end. This is the same way. I'll just say that. I thought something was going to happen. Nope, it ain't what happened at all. James Tynion has turned something that could have just been a by the numbers, killer battle royale. And this issue right here has kind of like flipped it for me. This was nuts. Folks, if you haven't tried this book, you really should give it a shot. It's so fun. It's so interesting. The killers are pretty dope. But man, like, to say I was dumbfounded when I got to the end of this one is like understatement of the freaking year. James Tynion he just knows what he's doing, man. He just knows. There are times where, much like with Cullen Bunn, that I thought maybe they were not recently, but there for a while. It felt like those two were on so many books that they were starting to wear thin. This one definitely puts me back to where I'm like, yeah, Tynan's a goat. Tynan is a goat. So I love this series. I cannot wait for more. I can't wait for all the spin-offs. I am buying this trade as soon as it hits shelves. It's just a fantastic book, y'all. I can't gush about this one enough. This would have been my pick this week had I not read Spider-Man Superman. This would have been my pick. So, getting to the last book for here, Alien Kingkiller. I've been excited for this one too.
I'm a little mixed on this one. Not gonna lie. It's an okay start, I guess, is the best way to put it. The art is really good. I mean, the universe looks great, but not really sure what I think of this one. I'm going to need another couple of issues before I would say I'd recommend this as reading. I guess because of the cover and you figure Alien, I was expecting way more Alien content than what we got. And I think that is probably why, for me, the book fell maybe a little flat. So, and that's kind of where I'm at on it. I'm not really sure what I think. I'm going to need another couple of issues just to kind of see what they're doing with this story.
Well, that's fair. That is fair. These should be the small ones, correct? Yes. Okay. So, a lot of good books. Just a lot of. I just added some to my ever growing list just from doing this one. I will say special shout out to not only Ed but Corey, because Corey also told me, dude, you really need to read that Romeo and Juliet Godzilla book. And I got to read it today. Super fun. It's a fun book. It did feel a little long, but I mean they're telling the entire. It felt long to me. Yeah, most of the time.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is what she said. But then again, they're putting the whole Romeo and Juliet story in this thing, and then intercutting it with Godzilla. There was some super funny moments. Like, let's just say that it always amazes me that we can have giant kaiju fights and stuff like that, and nobody ever gets stepped on. People get stepped on in this one, and it's great. Like, it was a super fun book. So if you haven't checked out that one, be sure you do. So now it's time for me to talk about the book that was on the list. I don't know why I paused like that. That was weird. Irredeemable. Mark Waid and Peter Krause from Boom Studios. So this was, I think, 2009, or maybe that was when the trade was released. I picked up this one. There was trades, volumes 1 and 2 on the shelf at the comic shop. I picked this up long time ago.
Wrong time ago.
Yes. And I started reading it, and I think I got halfway through the trade and just, I don't know, scroll syndrome, something. I didn't finish it. So put it on the list to make sure I would read it. I stopped myself. I had to forcibly stop myself because I want to add this to my list of books that I've been reading through the year at 3 issues. And that was super tough, y'all. Because after refreshing myself with the first issue, I remembered why I liked this one so much. So we have the story of the Plutonian. And I'm going to read you the little synopsis here. When the Plutonian, the world's greatest hero, snaps and turns into the world's greatest villain, only his former teammates have a chance of stopping his rampage. But while on the run from the world's most powerful and angry being, will these former teammates discover his secrets in time? How did he come to this? What became of the hope and promise once inside him? What happens to the world when its savior betrays it? What makes a hero irredeemable? And you're going to see by some of these pages why this dude is going to be irredeemable. So we're jumped right into the story. So the first couple pages I'm going to show you are basically the first couple pages in the book. But you have this hero coming home. He's freaking out. He's telling his family, look, we don't know what happened. The plutonium just went on a freaking rampage. He knows who all of us are. He knows our real identities. He knows everything. We got to get out of here. Well, the plutonium has already started setting fire to this dude's house. Now, the plutonium is basically a Superman analog, but this book was kind of before we started doing the whole really tropey evil Superman. So this was kind of one of the first ones that did that outside of them actually making Superman bad. This was like the first one of them doing this. So as you can see, this dude really is going to be irredeemable. Family's trying to get out. The mother and baby get to the door. The plutonium just vaporizes them. This dude does not take any prisoners whatsoever. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the gender. He's taking you out. So the guy and his daughter end up escaping through a tunnel and going to his little lair, his little superhero lair, and they're caught. And the guy is begging, don't kill my daughter. She's only a little girl. And the plutonium basically says, I know what she is. She's like an insignificant carbon life form, blah, blah, blah. Like he rattles it off, like means nothing. Fries the dad in front of the daughter, walks up to her. And I know you probably can't see what gets said, but he goes, do you know who I am, Sarah? And he whispers in her ear, I'm a superhero. Then you don't see Sarah again. Whew. We then go to a bunch of other heroes standing around talking to apparently who was the person who was the plutonium's like sidekick. And the guy's like, look, I can't remember what's going on. I don't know what happened. I'm just so tired. Can I lay down? And they keep questioning. Well, come to find out, the reason he can't remember is because the plutonium has basically given him a lobotomy through the back of the head. So he's like, I'm not going to be any help. I'm so tired. Can I please lay down? Well, they said, yeah, go ahead. Well, his laying down is him laying back in his grave and covering himself with dirt. So this dude we've been talking to has been dead. He's dead. Then we have the rest of these heroes, this team they're on. I think the team was called the Paradigm. They're trying to figure out anything they can because nobody knows what exactly happened. My best guess, because I'm only 3 issues into it. My best guess, without spoiling too much, is he falls in love with someone. And that someone outs his secret identity. It's a very strange way how it happens, but she finds out, she freaks out. She works at a news station and busts in the room and tells everybody who he is. So they decide, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and let our viewers know, or our fans know, who this dude really is. Well, apparently they say it takes however many seconds for the message to bounce to a satellite to bounce to the rest of the world. Plutonium takes off through the ceiling, crashes in the satellite before anybody hears what they're saying. Comes back down, and he's pissed. He is pissed off. Now, I don't know 100% if that's exactly what sets this dude off, or if it's just kind of a precursor. But this dude ends up starting an unnatural disaster that kills millions in a couple of hours. Not knowing if it's based off what happened with the woman he loves fixing to out his secret identity, or something later on happens. Still real early in the series. This is fantastic, though. 3 issues in, and I'm like, I got to stop myself because I want to read I'm gonna end up reading both trades in the next couple of days. I can already feel it. I remembered after that first issue, like, holy crap, I really dug this book, and I really want to get into its sister series, Incorruptible, where they're going to take one of his villains and the villain turns into a hero. But this one is definitely, if you wonder, like, it's Mark Waid, y'all. Like, I can't really say much more than that. Mark Waid is a terrific writer. This one, if you're not so jaded by evil Superman stories, and even if you are, 100% give this one a shot. Like, this is fantastic. I don't know what this dude's weakness is. They haven't like divulged that yet. But he does something to a group of villains that are trying to sway him to come to their side. That's like top-notch douchebaggery. It is top-notch what he does. So, again, this is from Boom, Irredeemable, Mark Waid, Peter Krause. I found out today, when I went to get this cover, I was like, oh my goodness, this is a John Cassaday cover. And John Cassaday, I've been a fan of his work, once I found out, some of the books he did, I was like, oh my goodness, I really like this dude. And unfortunately, of course, he passed. But great cover, great book. If you're looking for something boys like, but definitely so far not as dirty, I guess the best way to say, not as dirty, definitely give this one a shot. And it's got a little bit of an injustice feel, but again, I don't know the entire reason that this superhero has become this supervillain. So, super dope story. I can't wait to keep reading it. And that was the list book, y'all. There are 2 books left on the list, and once those 2 books are done, whole new list is happening. I'm going to figure out a better way to get people involved with picking. I might take a poll, might take some suggestions from people. Ed, Jesus.
Always willing to help.
But I'll figure out something. We'll figure out something to do. But here's what I'm going to do, a little bit differently right now. So I'm going to leave it up to the 3 gentlemen here. I put their names.
Gentlemen? Who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, gentlemen might be a little fast and loose with that.
The degenerates here.
There you go.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, before I even do the spin, there is a winner's choice on the wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick somebody. If it lands on winner's choice, they get to pick from the 2 books. So we'll go ahead and we're going to spin this one first. And it's looking like it's going to be
I
Nope.
knew it was going to be Nope.
It's because he loves your hair.
I mean,
I think Jesus over there willed it. He was like,
I think he used the Force.
He used the Force.
Qui-Gon.
So just in case it lands on the winner's choice, we have somebody to pick a book, so I don't have to keep spinning. So let us do. There we go. So, East to West and Incorruptible. Those are the last 2 books.
I bet it's going to be East of West.
We'll see.
All
1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And it just landed exactly how it was before. So, here we go. Uh-oh. That's incredible.
It's there, I'm telling you.
That's incredible.
That's so great.
I guess just go ahead and do the Incorruptible if it's the one that goes sister series too, the one that you're reading. So
Awesome.
keep it
That
simple.
is
That was so great.
You're too nice. I'd have made him wait a week.
Mm.
The thing, wow. Like, I hear all the time, rigged, right? I hear that all the time.
Yeah,
Goodness.
if you only see private chat.
Wow.
Well, if you quit rigging shit.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is true. So, Incorruptible next week. I'm excited because I will have these two trades read before then. I think the series itself is, I think 30 some odd issues. I can't remember.
When you're done with volume 1, put it in my room.
Yeah, sure thing.
I want to read it.
Put it in my bathroom.
You literally have me convinced. Like, I really leave it, and that could be a reading assignment for me.
Yeah. And like I said, if anybody out there, either y'all on the panel or anybody in the chat, if you ever want to read a list book and give me your thoughts on it, 100%. Like, it's really open to everybody. There's 37 issues in the Irredeemable. So just to give you an idea. So I'll end up.
That'll take you a minute.
Yeah, I'll end up doing it. I mean, like I said, I finished The Boys. I read all the side stories, everything. I really hope we're getting a Vought Rising comic to go along with that series that's coming. I'm still reading on Invincible because, that's 380 billion issues. This one should be fairly simple. Let's see. One more time, folks. Weird Opes. You gotta check them out. You guys, you said something interesting about the video you did with Omri today. What was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm being facetious. I remember. It was what video was it?
Oh, our 200th. That was our 200th video. That what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh,
kind of hard to believe, but yeah, we've got 200. Next month, it's been a year already. Memorial Day is when we launched.
That's wild and awesome, all at the same freaking time, man.
Nuts.
Let's see, where's my? Now I got to make sure I get back to the right thing here. There we go. Okay.
And we're back.
It's wild. It's nuts. I mean, good Lord. That means we've been doing, wow. We've been doing the lives for a little over a year now.
Well, yeah, you started in like November of 24.
Yeah. When we thought,
52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
71.
Well, I skipped a bunch of episodes though too.
So add that on top of that.
I'm not a math person. It's a lot.
We started
I don't do the maths.
Yeah. We started when supposedly my schedule was going to be set the way it was. And here we are 2 years later, still getting fucked over on all of it.
Yeah. So. It happens, as long as I got some great co-hosts with me, which I have every week. So
it just sucks.
Since you can't find those, we will do for now.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
So just set up the little panda bear. The days that Sean's not there.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Like he's here.
It could be sexual harassment panda.
Sexual
harassment panda.
Oh, trees and the willow trees.
Either that or he's gonna talk like the snowman from Courage the Cowardly Dog. You light up my life.
Speaking of snowman, real fast, I got to thank Sean for telling me about Frosted. I haven't read Frosted. Give Frosted a shot.
Flakes?
Frosted.
You don't remember the book you told me about, do you?
Nope, not a freaking clue.
Snowman book.
Oh yeah, that one. I need to find. I wonder if they've done an issue 2. That one was so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even remember if I talked about that one on a live either.
No, I ended up doing it, but I would. Here's the thing, folks. As good as I am apparently with unboxings, Sean is the freaking reviewer. All right, my reviews are okay. Sean is. If there's one thing Sean does right, it's reviews.
Wow, that is such a backhanded compliment.
If
Sean,
it's
you
one
do
thing you
one
do
thing
do.
right. Reviews.
It's review comics.
Oh, well, at
Ugh.
least everyone caught that one that time. Speaking of which, we are going to try to get back into when we have unboxings. We were doing this before, but I will do the unboxing, and then we will intercut that with Sean doing the review. We do have a book. I can't remember what book it is.
With
That Sean
Cockhead ready to go.
and that is the name of the book, folks.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Mind out
such
of
a
the
good.
gutter.
I bet
It
you
is
that's a
such a
long,
good
hard
book.
read.
Yeah, I mean, Cockhead will be the first one. You have a book you want me to, or you wanted me to read. I guess we're past that because you did the unboxing. But that'll be one of them. I can tell y'all, folks, I Need Your Skin. That's going to be one where that happens. Although we both have really good thoughts on that book.
Still creeped out. I've read it like
that
4
that
times.
book is the creepiest book I have ever read. Period.
Yeah, it's very
Like
creepy.
it's unsettling. And I mean that in a good way.
I know why you're reading Cockhead.
Oh, yeah?
Pussy.
Oh, jeez.
He's a pussy.
Best line ever. Best line ever. I broke.
That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, it's not what I meant to do, but
Yep. Unfortunately, it's
come on.
lost its sister. It's never going to load. Processing. Who else?
Yep, that's why I'm taking it off.
Well, that was interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us, Jay.
Yeah, because the thing
Jay
is, it showed up on.
Jay is on fire with the slides today.
Well, it showed up on my side, but I didn't mean to.
I know, but
didn't mean to put it there.
I'm just
I
talking
just wanted
about
to do
the.
this.
That's what I meant to have up.
Yeah, I was talking about this, but now it's a fact. I'm trying to find-
I think I read between the lines. Bum.
Hey, I will say I'm glad this is happening while you're working.
Oh, I don't care if it happens at work too. Shit happens. It's live, man.
Get over it.
We'll do it live.
But trust me, not the worst thing that ever happened live. My first time running Comic Collectibles, I didn't play the intro. I just started it. Didn't play the intro. Just popped into it. Because who else but Jay?
Did
That's what I was trying to do.
I'm curious for anybody else. Did Jay look like Sunday Chinese martial arts theater there for a few seconds? Like literally, you're talking and your lips are delayed by like 2 seconds. And that's why I started laughing. It was so hysterical.
Then that was incredibly on purpose.
We'll go with that.
We will definitely. Because guess what? Now I can see it. Yeah, I can see it on my screen now.
So can we.
It's so great, dude.
Godzilla.
All I
Big
did
Phable.
was. That's crazy. All I did was upload this thing on here,
Yep. You
and
like
now voice is doing like this, and my
Uh-huh.
mouth is going all fucking weird.
it was the greatest
Now I
thing
know how
ever.
milk feels.
That Godzilla had to pop up now.
So yeah, that's the end of the show, folks. Tune in next week, guys. Always a pleasure to have you. And much like I do most of the time, I'm going to put him on the spot because he's on the show. So, folks, I'm going to let I'm gonna let Sean here close it out.
Mhm.
So, see y'all.
See ya.
I guess that was Jay's way of hanging everything up. All right, folks, that was another episode of Hydra Hangout. Thank you for everyone that came in. Please be sure, again, we always try to encourage, leave a comment on the rewind. Let us know some books that you want to add to Jay's refreshed list that's going to be coming up so that we can keep the list going. Because it's honestly been cool, and he's inspired me to read some books through it. Congratulations, of course, to our brothers, the Weird Oaks, on your 200th episode and for it being with Henri. Henri is such a cool dude. Please be sure to go back and watch that if you haven't already. In the meantime, we're going to get out, grab some dinner. We'll be back next week for the free comic book day and whatever the other name is, comic book day giveaway thing or whatever it is. But for that, and we'll be excited. Hopefully we'll have some time to read a couple of the books before we come on the show so that we can at least talk about those as well. So with that said, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week next week. We'll see you next Saturday. Peace out.